Right. Let's do this, fellow treble winners. Let's do this. Come on, you Blues. Come on, you Blues. Ugh. This is going to be a weird game of football, isn't it? How are you doing today? Hope you've had a better day than I've had so far. Today's been an absolute disaster. So I'm going to be honest with you. If your day is anything like my family's day so far, if City's day is like anything, it's going to be terrible. We've had a terrible day today. Everything's gone wrong that we tried. So I need City not to let me down today. Honestly, this morning we went to try and get a Christmas tree at this Christmas tree farm, and it was dead. The rain, the weather was horrible. Couldn't find a tree. Everyone got like drenched in bickery and all that kind of stuff with my grandparents, and I was in a bad mood, not gonna lie. And then it all went wrong. It all totally went wrong. Then we went to go see Santa. Ruben was like, sort of like, it wasn't too bad. It's just been a bit of a disaster, if we're being honest. It's been a disaster today, so I need City to be better. Better than I've been so far. Of course, this is, of course, the Watchalong versus Luton Town. It kicks off in a few minutes' time. Fingers crossed, this is going to be a good game of football. I know a little bit late to go live. Here is the team, if you haven't already seen it. I'll bring it up bigger on screen there. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Ake, Vardal, Rodri, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Philip, Walter, Foden, Jack Grealish, and Julian Alvarez. Now, of course, a couple of big names missing there. Three or four big names missing. Of course, John Stones on the bench. He's been rotated out. Of course, still no Kevin De Bruyne. And you may have noticed as well, no Erling Haaland. Unfortunately, he's got a bit of a stress fracture in his foot. It might not be too serious. Guardiola, he's not sure how long he's going to be out for, but he needs a bit of a rest, apparently. So, Guardiola confirmed that Haaland's not available today. As you can see, he's not there. Also, no Doku yet. So, he's not looking great. Let me just sort of try and predict how the team will line up. I'll get the players on the pitch here, and then I'll sort of kind of move the shape around a tiny bit. It's an all right team. It's a decent size. You know, it's not a perfect one, but I wish I would have done a few changes, potentially. I was going to put everyone's name in there, and then I'll work out the formation in a second. Foden, Alvarez. So it's going to be something like this in terms of shape. Alvarez is not going to be out there. Alvarez through the middle, I don't mind, by the way. I'm hoping Foden's there. I think the shape will be something like this. I'll put Silva in twice like an idiot. One of them will be Grealish. Jack will be out here. I think it'll end up being like this. Walker pushing forward as he always does. He's not that great at it, but I think it'll be something like this. I think it'll be like this, personally. Not sure what everyone else thinks, but I think it'll be something like that in terms of the actual shape. Which is not, like, incredible, but it's not... I don't really like Bernard Silva as a right winger, but I think it's going to be something like this. I mean, there's no. I know someone said it's worse than Arsenal's who struggled. I don't think football works that way. Otherwise, it doesn't tend to work that way. And the results of one team don't affect another game. So I'm not sure. It's more than enough to beat Luton. If you just go simple, if you just literally just play a back four and a back, I want to see you play a back four. I want to just see occasionally Vardal and Walker just like that, And I want to see this personally. I want to see just a nice simple shape. Rodri, Kovacic, maybe Kovacic will be sort of a left 8, Foden or a right-sided 8 or whatever. Or something like that, Just sort of that, I don't want to, people diving in on Vardal. I feel like being a bit unfair. We'll see how the shape's going to be, but it's going to be like this, something like this. Luton, of course, are incredibly hard-working side. They're going to work very hard. They really are. And we'll see how they go. I actually don't mind Alvarez through the middle. I think Haaland's form has been a bit up and down recently. We can't really deny that. And I'm not really sure Haaland would have been perfect for this game anyway. I feel like largely what you've got here is a guy who's going to press really hard for us. I don't think Alvarez's form has been that great. Alvarez's form has been that great as a number 10. So if he's back in his natural position here, and if so, we could see it make more sense. You could see it make more sense, Fingers crossed it works that way. Where's Haaland? He's got a bit of an injury, unfortunately, mate. I don't think it's even too serious. I think he's just got a bit of a sore foot, I think he might need a rest or two. Thank you to Jack for the super chat, by the way. I'm not going to lie, mate. I just Googled parasocial to see what it meant. I was like, are you dissing me or not? Cheer up my parasocial soccer friend. Thank you so much, mate. I'm actually in a decent mood. Don't worry. I'm fine, man. Chatting to you guys is already cheered me up. Parasocial means one-sided, doesn't it? One-sided friend. Well, I I wish it wasn't one-sided, Jack. I'm sure you're a top bloke. Thank you so much, man, for the support. Absolutely appreciated. I'm all right. We're all good together. Get rid of this spam dude here. I don't know why people. I also. I'm hoping what we see from Kovacic, by the way. I know he hasn't been great recently, but what we can't deny, Kovacic early season, when it was those two next to each other like that, with Foden as a 10, especially against Newcastle, these three here, when it was like this, Kovacic, Rodri, Foden, it worked really nicely. Like, I want to see that again. Kovacic, we need to see. We need to see, like, sort of. Why are people saying January? Paris, I'm such a regular bloke. Is that an insult, being a regular bloke? I've never heard of the term parasocial before. Like, what makes me a regular? I don't understand. You're all confusing me. What makes me a regular bloke? What do you mean? Is that an insult as well? Saying basic? I don't know what you mean. You haven't got a name, mate. Who's that said that? Like more like not online. Oh, the thing is, I'm very online, mate. But well, it's parasocial and online term, I guess. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I guess it's maybe because I'm the one doing the talking, as opposed to being, yeah. Well, I'm a 38-year-old man. I'm definitely not down with TikTok comments. A lot of these phrases I don't know come from TikToks, don't they? Anyway, well, kickoff should have happened already, actually. I get that a lot, Jack, to be honest. I mean it in a nice way. What happens a lot with Jack, I get people say hello to me in the street like they know me all the time. Look at that, we're going straight forward from kickoff. I like this. Oh, that was nice. Do you see that? He turned round, played Foden, and Foden's a 10 through the middle, I think it is. Foden tried to play Alvarez from straight away. I like it. Run away anyway, run away. But yeah, I like what I like, by the way. Like, I get people who meet me all the time in the street, and it's City fans, and which I absolutely love, by the way. I love it. Go, this is a great start. Go on, City. This is a really nice start. I like it. And people stop me the street, guys. Hey, Stephen, you all right? And I'm like thinking, oh, do I know this guy? And then it's obviously a City fan always. And they go, how's Ruben? Or how's Nicola? And I'm thinking, have I met this guy somewhere? And I'm out. And they always go, oh, sorry, City fan. And they always go, sorry, I realise you don't know me. But they obviously know me because of the internet and what I talk. And it's really sweet. It's really sweet. But like, it's one of those things where it's funny because I never. It always gets me every single time. So, yeah, parasocial is absolutely the story of my life. This is a nice start. I like this start, by the way. Passing it around nicely. Is that true, Ted? That's funny. I like it. Go on, Phil. Go on. Go on, Phil. Oh! Oh, he should have scored. Bernardo on the volley. Early chance there, man. Lovely football. Lovely start. Oh, that's sweet, by the way, Ted. I need to show Nicola that. I'm going to send a photo of the chat now. Lovely football. Lovely football. Foden 10, so it is Foden 10. I'm all here for Foden 10. I like that a lot. That's what we need. The problem is Bernardo's pass put him too wide. That's the only thing there. It's like one of those things where Bernardo's pass put him too wide, but he should have been through. He should have been through and goal. A lot more simple. Yeah, give the video a like. We should have scored, but I'm loving it. Alvarez is so much more confident as a striker than he is as a forward, as a midfielder. Bernardo caught in possession. I forgot Foden's in the 10. It's been a bad few last weeks. Foden's great there, mate. He really is. Anyway, hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. To Devious, to Magnus, to Joel, to Daedric, to Green Fox, to Ted, Notorious. Ted and Nicholas saw that text, and Nicholas had to come up with the cute kid. She had to come up, didn't you, Ruben? There you go, Ted. This is for your girlfriend. You say hello, Rubs. Ball. You saying ball? Is that ball? You ball. He's like his first proper words after mum and dad is ball. He keeps saying ball. Is that a ball? Can you see the ball? It's a football. Yeah, ball. Oh, yeah. He's pointing at the ball. I was saying I hope City's day is better than ours because ours has been terrible. Oh God, we've had a terrible day. Yeah. Did you all hear him just say ball, by the way? Did you hear him say that? That's adorable.
When he's a famous footballer.
You'll all remember the first time he pointed at a football match and said ball. Yeah. That is, honestly, guys, you just witnessed Ruben point at a football match and say ball for the first time. Ball? Where's ball?
Can you see the ball?
Yeah. Where's the ball? I love you, mate. So much. The good luck charm is here. Don't grab the mic.
Yeah, he's good luck, can't you? Well, today hasn't been very lucky, is it?
You want to see the mess of my office. It's just Jenga blocks everywhere from last time you were up here. Let's have a look. Ted's just sent her a video. Go on, Phil. He's good luck charm. Ruben assistant coach. Oh, you're the best, mate.
Honestly, he's just watching the football right now. Look.
He's watching the football, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Hey, William. You see the ball? Ruben, where's the ball? You see the ball? Rodri's got it. Tell Rodri to pass the ball to you. And now, ball. Rodri's got it again. Phil in the 10 is not. I like Phil in the 10. Oh, football. You say football.
You say football.
Football. Can you say football, Rubs? Yeah, football. Go on, Root. Off. Oh, Vardal cross. You waving? My thing's a bit overexposed. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Bit better.
Bit blown out. There you go, that's fine.
There we go. Anyway, I'm going to focus on the game.
Yeah,
Love you to see you, man. She came up because someone mentioned him.
Bye.
Yeah, say bye.
Sorry,
you want cuddle? You want cuddle daddy? You do. You do want cuddle. Jack's going in. This is a really nice start, Rubes. You want daddy's headphones? You can't have daddy's headphones, mate.
Right, come on. Come to mama. Goodbye.
I love you in a bit.
Bye.
Thank you. Victor said the wholesome football channel. Is this real? It's very real, Jeffro. That's Ruben. I know he's so cute, it's unbelievable, but he's actually real. Yeah. See you in a bit. Anyway, the start's been nice. Away from, let me get Sofa Score up. I've not brought Sofa Score up on screen to get the stats and everything, but I've been really impressed by the start for City. It's been controlled, is what I want to see. Obviously, we've missed the chances, you know. But so far, look at these stats here: 90% possession. Obviously, 2 shots. Jack looks good in that kit, doesn't he, by the way? There we go. This is where we're at. What's the XG so far? 0.13. It wasn't a massive chance in terms of because it was the angle. Feels like we should have scored, though. It's been a good start. I like it. I actually like it. Yeah, 3-1. I think I went for 3-1 as well, Jeffro. Camera angle it's one of the things because the small. It's so small, isn't it? Like it's so small to stand. I think the control is down to Rodri as well. He said look more controlled with Rodri. I don't know. You haven't got a username, so I'm going to call you Blank, mate, if that's all right. I'm going to call you Blank. But I agree, Blank. It is a lower opposition, but I do think it's Rodri. Yeah, you know what? I actually do like the camera angle. I see why some people wouldn't, but to me, it's, I don't know. Old Trafford is falling down. Ten Hag's a clown. Glazers staying 10 more years. City boys are on the bench. First attendance joke. Kenilworth Road's great. I have more grounds like this in football. The Domino's Oak Stand. I love it. I mean, Main Road was obviously never even anywhere near as quaint as this either, but Main Road was obviously a lot grander than this. What's the capacity of Kenilworth Road? Kenilworth Road. Only 11,000. Main Road was 3 times the size of this. Literally, it's like a third of the size of Main Road. Only 11,000. It's tiny. Turf Moor always reminds me of Main Road. It's a lot closer in size. Oof, that's so on Alvarez. Oh, that looks so. Yeah, the kickbacks probably was the size of Kenilworth Road on its own, wasn't it? You see, Alvarez saw and Diaz was like, "Get up, man, crack on." Yeah, Stelios have a good point there. Like, it says, really like the way Jack is linking up right now with 1-2 touches. It's what we need. And they're going to press so aggressively and they're going to be physical. It's about moving the ball quicker. So far, I think this has been a nice start. It looks like Man City to me. And look, I just comment on Vardal. Like, I think people have a tendency, and even I obviously probably do this sometimes as well, but largely I've noticed a tendency for people to look very much in the here and now. Like when City spend 80 million on Vardal, they're not thinking, how is he going to change the team this season? They're thinking how much of an asset he's going to be for the next several years. Like, I mean, they're looking that far ahead. So Vardal right now, even if he isn't playing his very best football, or you want to see him at centre-back or whatever, you're acting like that's never going to be his role. It will be eventually. There'll be a point where he plays in the centre because someone else will move on. This is all part of his development. It's all part of his trade. Like, City do not really care too much about his performances right now because they'll be thinking how good he's going to be after a little bit of time in the team. It's an investment. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Like, we're thinking short term. We think of Vardal right now. You know, like, we don't need to worry about it. We do not need to worry about it. It's one of those things where, as long as he's not having a true disaster, which he isn't, he's actually had some good games. There's some iffy ones, but as long as he's looking like he's got the quality there, don't worry about it, man. Just think about how good he's going to be. He's only 21 years old. He's come from, obviously, the Bundesliga. It's a real high level he's come into. And the way I see it, yeah, I just want to see the signs of talent, and it's all clearly there, so I'm just relaxed about it. He's young. He's 21 years old. I know a lot of people who are watching these videos are saying this are similar age, so he doesn't feel that young. But to me, as a 38-year-old man, he's a baby. He really is. He's so young still in football terms, and he looks mature and he plays mature and he's achieved a lot, but he's still got so much to come, man. Like, I'm very relaxed about Vardal because I see the bigger picture on it, and I think there's the tendency to focus very much on the here and now. This is apprenticeship at Manchester City still. This guy's just come out of university still, and he's in the and he's learning the job as it goes. But university is not the real world. This is the real world right now. Obviously he's played at World Cup, played for Leipzig and so on, but for the level that City are at, this is the highest expectations in the world. It really is. Treble winners. So I'm relaxed. As I say that, he's just ran forward and fell into someone. Got the free kick there. Yeah, as Dan said, the price tag plays a lot. The price tag plays a lot of it. It does. But, that's football these days. But once again, to me, the price tag is the investment. Like, it is. Like, if you just remember that that's going to last hopefully 10 years, and all of a sudden you get, 7 million a season if it's the last year for 10 years? Bargain. If he does 10 years. Done. Yeah, it took Stones years to reach his full potential. Like Vardal is so early on in his Guardiola development stage. You know, I've got no doubt. By the way, Vardal will one day be a centre back for us. He will be. He'll end up being a centre back. But Pep has a tendency to put people out wide a little bit until he trusts him in the centre. It's a common thing. To play as a centre back, you have to really earn his trust. Centre roles are so important. Decent side, Luton, you know. I know they struggled, but they are a decent side. They want to play some football. Super chat from Kane says, good to see Phil as a 10. Phil should be playing a 10 when KDB is out. I love Pep, however, he overcomplicates the system too much. There is an element of that, mate. I think I agree. I think Phil should always be the number 10 as well. I think, to be honest, I think if you played Phil as a number 10 always, I think we're looking at one of the best players in the world right now. Yeah, absolutely. I agree entirely, mate. I think he's thanks for the support, but I agree. Phil's a phenomenal 10. Yeah, that's a foul. Kovacic just ran into him. Thanks for the spot, man. I absolutely agree. Ted. Because you can watch it back, yeah. I got to send that Nicola again. It sounds like your missus might want a baby soon, mate. I don't know where you are at, but take your time is my advice. My advice to anyone who's young enough not to have a kid yet: do what you want to do first. Kids are incredible, but they take over your life. So do enough travelling, you know. Do enough travelling. Have enough nights out. This is true. Me and Nicola got bored of going out. We didn't really go out anymore because we got past our partying stage. We got our at home and getting wasted at home stage, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. And that was a fun stage. We did a lot of travelling, you know. And then we had a lot of travel. We went to loads of places, which was great. You can always do more travelling, but we did a lot. You know, I felt like we'd explored quite a bit. And we got a house, got married, and it felt like the right time for us, you know. I wasn't getting any younger. So it was a good age. But if we'd done 3 or 4 years earlier, I would have not regretted it, but you know what I mean? I would have been like, I wish I'd done a bit more travelling. So there's some life advice for you. Invincibles is easier said than done, but like Dedrick said exactly, we could have been Invincibles if Pep wasn't so obsessed with tinkering and overthinking. At the same time, I think Pep's tinkering and overthinking is why we pretty much dominated this league and country. So, you know, it's one of those things where you can't have the rough with the smooth at the same time. Like, Pep has overseen a domestic domination that I didn't think was possible in this league. So, I think the Invincibles thing is insanely hard and a freakish one-off occurrence, which is, like, I think the trebles is better than the Invincibles. I don't think, I know it is. It's way more impressive. Would you rather win Invincible or treble? You know what I mean? Exactly, Dan, it does. Ruben has caused that conversation. But I would rather treble. Look, Invincibles is a great tag, but like, you won the treble, you won the Champions League. Go on, Phil. Ultimately, the Invincibles is no different to a league win. They just didn't lose a lot, but you know, the 12 draws. What would you rather have? Like, I don't know, 26 wins and 12 draws, or go on, Phil. Would you rather have 26 wins and 12 draws, or would you rather win... Put it this way. Would you rather win 37 games and lose 1? Like, would you rather... I would rather win 37 games and lose 1. Nice football. Oh, Vardal's cutback. Just missed everyone. And Victor's bang on. Every Arsenal fan would swap their Invincible season for a Champions League. They would never admit it publicly, mate, but you bang on. They would absolutely would. But they probably might not now because this becomes so part of their identity, that makes sense. But if you were offered the two things before it happened, like, do you want this or this? Before it happened, they would choose the Champions League. Oh, nice football, this. This looks a lot more Man City, this, by the way. Oh! Rodri. Long effort, well saved. This is much better. We're passing it around in the area. We're moving in the final third so much more fluidly. I know we've not created a load of chances yet, but I'm watching Manchester City here. This is familiarity to me. Oh, lucky Jack. Jack nearly fed in play Kovacic, Bernardo. Go on, Vardal. Vardal. I love this football so far. It's really nice to watch. Like, it's just nice. Like, I love it when City play that football where they start to, where they move it around and everyone's moving around and stuff. Yeah, Kovacic is best, by the way. He does work alongside Rodri really nicely. As we said that, he's just giving the ball away. I like this. I like it. That Vardal spin, by the way. I think Henry probably did drag him, if I'm being honest. But to be honest, maybe Aguero if he'd stayed fit. Was a more complete player, Henry. I can't deny it. As an out-and-out striker, Aguero was better. As a more complete footballer, probably Henry. Look, Aguero was always cursed by injuries, and I feel like I'd love to have seen the very best. I don't think we ever saw the best of Aguero. You know, I think he could have been even better if he wasn't always injured. I think Henry was, yeah, I think it probably is Henry. I've always felt Henry's my probably favourite ever Premier League player other than a City one. He was a genius. But I'm comfortable with saying that in terms of pure natural striker, I don't think we've seen anything better in this country than Aguero. I don't know. Maybe people are at the same level, but as a pure natural striker, the kind of guy would make a chance out of nowhere in an area, just like a pure great movement and instinctive finishing. Like Aguero, to me, is up there with the best. Vardal's playing wonderful here, by the way. Vardal, like, driving forward. Like, Vardal getting forward is wonderful. Vardal's got a different role today. You can tell he's getting forward as a proper fullback. Oh. Look at this movement. Alvarez. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Vardal, I don't know. I'd say Vardal. Yeah, Bernardo. I really like Bernardo and Grealish. Bernardo and Grealish together. I think I like it for this reason here, because when you see them here, like I think we are seeing a bit of phone here, but when Silva's here, Silva the push it. It's kind of sort of like this, isn't it? Silva goes out round the outside of Grealish, which I really like. And he's got a left footer here then, and Grealish can cut in on his right foot. And it just makes a lot of sense to me to have that option over there because it's the pure David Silva role as well. Like it's Silva by name and Silva by nature here when he goes around the side. It just makes a lot of sense because David Silva was the best in the world, in my opinion, I've ever seen in this spot here where he is right now. The inside left channel, and just inside the area. It's just, he's so good at it. He's so good at it, David Silva. And I think Bernardo, if he could master that, it gives him a chance to do it. Yeah, it would be perfect. But I'm enjoying this so far. Oh, who doesn't miss David Silva? Odin, absolute legend. I think Grealish has been good so far in that. I know you're getting that in general, but he's been a big part of us controlling the ball and moving it around. I was saying on Twitter early on the week, after the Villa game, all what I see is City just smother Luton with possession, keep the ball, and pass the ball. And there's a lot more of that today, a lot more fluidity. And I've enjoyed it. Vardal's having a cracking game, by the way. He's having a really nice game. Like, Jack's central now as well. I'm enjoying it. Jack's just drifting around everywhere. Could do with some more chances. Obviously, that would be. I'm hoping they'll come. But we've never been a team to like create a billion chances. We more create good chances, don't we? We try and create like a perfect one. This is what we're seeing. Vardal playing left wing. To be honest, he's not playing left wing. He's just playing as a left back. He's playing as a left back, and it's sort of like this, isn't it? Where he's just allowed to get forward a bit, you know. And I think Walker's actually playing more as a right back, and it's more like this, isn't it? It's just like this. Yaya or Vieira, both of them alongside each other. I actually might shock people here. I think Vieira is closer to Yaya than you realise. Yaya had a higher peak than Vieira, but Vieira had a better career, in my opinion. Way more consistent in terms of Vieira an actual DM, by the way, and Yaya was so lazy with that stuff. Vieira alongside Yaya is probably the most brutal midfield combo you'd ever see. Like ridiculous. Oh! Good effort from Phil. I like it. I thought I'd gone in then, and it bounced off the keeper's hand. Phil in the 10 roll, turning quickly, as he always does. I know he played for us, but we say Vieira played for us, man, but he was old, man. He was an old man by then. All his energy and his dynamism had gone. Vieira, when he played for us, was Yaya in his final season. You know, when he was just jogging about. He was old Vieira. But I'd love to have seen prime Vieira with prime Yaya. It would have been perfect. Perfect. Like Lampard, yeah. Like Vieira was so old. I remember how disappointed I was with Vieira when he came to Man City. Like he was just so old. And it's not his fault, of course, but he was not the guy that he was. He was just, his legs had gone entirely. Oh, camera shot there. Bet all of them. I played football with all of those people on the chat right now. Paul Dickov, Nicky Weaver, Sean Goater, and Andy Morrison. Legends. Top blokes. I think football's changed a lot since then, Dedrick, to be fair. Like, the players are fitter these days. And I think it's also a certain type of player. Like, your body can do it or it can't. I think, like, Vieira's body just wouldn't keep up. They're very tall, leggy people. I think it becomes harder to keep the fitness. It's still Yaya, Usman. Rodri could eventually overtake it, but it is still Yaya on that. The bigger controversial one for me is Gundogan or Yaya, and I probably would say Gundogan. I think Yaya, we have like these big moments for us, but my argument towards Gundogan is Gundogan did it on a much bigger stage than Yaya did. If you think about Yaya's biggest moments, league games and the FA Cup, whereas Gundogan was like Champions League stuff, Champions League, you know, like, and to win as an FA Cup final against United and stuff like that. Oh, what ball? Oh, shoot with your left foot. What? Why did he not shoot with his left foot? Phil to Alvarez. Alvarez goes down, plays it back to Grealish. You got to shoot with your left foot there, Alvarez. It's a lovely pass. Smack it with your left foot, mate. I tell you what, man. I'll never understand why footballers are so averse to using their weaker foot. Surely, you know, their weaker foot is better than our stronger foot. Ooh, Bernardo chasing. Like, you would think Alvarez's left foot would be better than our right foot, you know, as my right foot by a long way. Like, you just smack it. When I played football as a kid, like, you know, when I was young and I played 5-a-side and that, I used to score a lot of goals. And I think it was because I wasn't bothered about using my weaker foot. I used to just swing at it and smack it where people would stop and not use the weak foot. My attitude was like, if you're near goal in 5-a-side, keepers are terrible. I would just shoot with any foot that was available. Obviously, I'm right-footed, but I would shoot with my left foot. And I scored quite a few because I would just shoot, whereas other people wouldn't. And keepers, yeah, are terrible at 5-a-side. Obviously, in real life they are, but like I scored a lot of goals with my weak foot by just using it, you know, like, and like I never get it. I never get it why they just refuse. Balotelli's definitely not a legend, Dedrick. He wasn't that much. Balotelli wasn't that much of a great footballer. He's a cult hero because he was funny, but like he wasn't that. I thought Balotelli wasn't really that good. That's my honest opinion. Some good moments, but overall for us, not that great as a footballer. He had the assist, obviously, which was absolutely immense. But for the 93-20 moment, he's a cult hero. He's definitely not a City legend, though. Not even close. Could have been great, but he was a substitute really. It's true, Chrissy. I did score a lot of goals at 5-a-side level. Honestly, it's one of my biggest bugbears in football. Pass the ball, Kovacic. A refusal to go back to Ederson there. Oh, that was Ronaldo, mate. Do you know what my playing style was like? I used to play on the left and cut in my right foot. Generally true. Before it was a thing. We're going back like 20 years ago here, you know, but way before inverted wingers were a thing. So I was breaking ground basically. I was like Nasri. Go on, Phil. Oh, Phil nearly. Scott, my man. Good morning. Good afternoon from Manchester. Good afternoon here. Phil nearly through. Bernardo did really well. Phil stepped past him. Oh, he couldn't. His touch let him down. He could have been onto his right foot and got a shot away. Good keeping from Kaminsky. It could have been, you know, could have been pro, but took an arrow to the knee. You know what I'm saying. Let me know if you understood that reference. Good so far. Big Rubes charging forward. Nice, Rodri. Alvarez is giving the ball away a lot still. He's not having his best spell of form, Alvarez, at the moment. Skyrim indeed. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the idea of Townsend. Tesco value Tevez. The TVT. We do need a goal. Two people saying it at the same time. Great analysis. The answer was a lot of money, Dedrick. An awful lot of money. We paid a lot of money for him. He was great. He had a good season for us. Well, he obviously not a great man by all accounts. It came out afterwards, but I thought Robinho was good for him. Good for us. In general, he had a good season. He had a lot of quality. You could see, he did some magic stuff. It was fun. Weird days, them heady days. Like I remember them so vividly. I was sat actually playing I swear it was on a Monday night that we signed it. I might be wrong. Someone go and check. Someone go fact check me. But the reason I say I think it was on a Monday night is because I was at the pub. And I think I was at the pub quiz, which was a Monday. Oh, lovely flick from Bernardo. Oh, Bernardo was on the left there. I didn't realise. But I was doing the pub quiz and we sat with my mate. And he had Sky in the background and my mate was a City fan. And all of a sudden, like, they just popped up. On the yellow ticker saying Man City have signed Robinho, and we were like, what the and it genuinely blew our minds. We were like dancing around in the pub. Was it, someone find out what day it was? Like, someone do it in the chat. Like, Google when Man City signed him. Yeah, apparently he thought he was going to United. Allegedly. Now, I'm sure he didn't, because, like, how stupid can it be? Like, surely no one could be that stupid. Phil dancing past the defender. Nice. Monday, 1st September. There we go. I knew it was a Monday. Yeah, because I was at pub quiz and it was on a Monday night. I remember. There we go. I told you it was a Monday. There was that. I remember just being absolutely blown away. I know it was. It was a pub in Flixton. Anyone know Flixton here? Anyone know it? You get to the pub around the corner from the roundabout. Must be someone from around Flixton around here. It's the one where you go down. What's the road? It's on the corner. Jack Grealish's biggest problem is he really telegraphs shots. He's not good at getting shots away. He just never has been. I don't think Jack's played badly, though. I think he's been a big part of what this performance in terms of keeping the ball and stuff. As I said, literally as I said that, his pass was intercepted. Now, I think he's been all right so far. Let's have a look at what the stats say on SofaScore. It shows City having a pretty decent game. Alvarez is not having his best game. But Jack, Phil, Bernardo, all over 7 so far. Rodri, same. Defending. Not loads to do. Oh, Bernardo nearly through there. I mean, to be honest, we signed the Sheikh takeover. We signed Zabaleta as well. I remember because I got Zabaleta on the back of my shirt. We sold Cole Luton and got Zabaleta, and I was dead excited for Zabaleta because I'd heard loads of good things about him. So I got him on the back of my shirt for Zabaleta 5, even though obviously we went and got Robinho, we got Vinny as well, of course. We got De Jong, I think that summer, wasn't it? Was that the summer after? Might have been the summer after, I don't know. Calm defending there. Boateng was 2010. I feel like Boateng. Vinny was pre-money. He was, yeah, but he was the same season, but the money came in after Vinny, after the same summer that Vinny was signed. So Vinny and Zaba signed in the same summer. Then as the takeover, but it was before the takeover, just before it. Joe Hart was a few years before, wasn't he? I think. I'll have a look now. I'll go through it right now. Actually, 1 second. I'll go Man City transfers over the years. Let's have a look. They're having a bit of a spell here, Luton. So here's the 07-08 transfers. This is pre-takeover. This was I can tell you who most of these were because this was Sven. So this was Sven's season. This was Bianchi. This was Giovanni. Go on, City. Jack on the left in the area. Back to Kovacic. Anyway, Sven signings. We signed Garrido, I think, as well, didn't we? We signed... Did you sign Bozhanov? Let's have a look. Anyway, we signed... Yeah, we did sign Bozhanov. Petrov, Caicedo, Alano. But Castillo, Garrido, Giovanni. Wow, that was a great summer. That was great fun. Go on, Phil. But anyway, the summer after was one of the most defining ones of our... That was the same summer. We signed... De Jong was that summer, he was right. So we signed back Shawnee Wright, Shea Given, Zabaleta, Company, Glauber Berti, legend, Talbanaim, Nigel de Jong, Joe and Robinho. Joe from CSK. That was a hell of a summer, that. Some of them were pre-takeover as well. Vladdy Weiss. Oh, who doesn't love Alano? Bozhanov's injuries. I always thought he was going to be brilliant. I think we saw a couple of glimpses of him in the City shirt and he looked so good. Walker cannot cross to save his life. It's quite painful. For me, Walker should never be allowed to shoot ever. Just full stop. Like, some players should have unless they are within 15 yards of the goal, I'll be like, you're not allowed to shoot. I know he scored from long range before, but it's just not worth it. I would rather take the pass every single time. Every single time. Kovacic's caught in possession. Won the ball back. It should be a rule, shouldn't it? No. Just no shooting. Worst signing Pep era? It will be Calvin Phillips, won't it? Unfortunately. Mendy's a weird one, but injuries and horrific. Nolito wasn't that bad. Well, Nolito, we paid 12 million. We got a few goals out of him, then we sold him for 11 million. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a disaster. If we'd spent a lot of money, I'd say it was bad, but we didn't. It was like a squad signing. Go on, Phil. Lovely ball to Alvarez. For me, I always consider the price. But like 10, 15 million pound signings, it's hard to get upset about them because they're what they are, aren't they? Like Nolito was brought in to sort of help establish a Guardiola kind of system. Yeah, Bravo was a shocker. He came in. The thing is with Bravo, he came in to be our number one, and he was just so bad. He was really that bad. Like I know we sort of rewrote it a little bit with some nice Carabao Cup displays, but he was so bad at one point. So bad. Yeah, it was a United game. He dropped the ball, didn't he? Mendy was 50 million. He was 50 million. Oh, Keiki was a City Football Group signing. We paid about 6 million for him. He was like just one of those nothing signings that had nothing to do with Guardiola. Keiki was never a Guardiola signing. He was like one to go on loan at Troyes or whatever. You know what I mean? I remember watching him early on and going, oh, actually, he's not that good. And I got a lot of criticism for it, saying I don't think he's ever going to make it. You could see it immediately. And the thing is with Keiki is like I think they were hoping for something there, but he was playing at a level that was really low in Brazil. And obviously sometimes it works, but I watched him play for the academy. I was like, he's not as good as Palmer or Makati or anything. Like, he just isn't. So obviously he maybe never adapted. It shows you, though, how many of our young academy players would thrive if there were another, if there was somewhere else. 10 shots so far. This half has flown by. Alvarez has had a poor game so far. This is just a 4-2-3-1 today, isn't it? Like, at least he's just playing as a left back. Vardal. And he's playing as a right back Walker. There's no inversion or anything. It's just back to basics, which is funny. I haven't mentioned McAtee's goal, Brody. He scored a wonder goal, didn't he? Won Sheffield United the game. 20 yards, top corner, beautiful stuff. I literally pinpoint. Like, keeper didn't even move. I love a looped curler. When he goes over the keeper and you just watch it go in. Beautiful goal. Biggest turning point was easily Yaya and FA Cup final, wasn't it? Against United. That changed everything. Beat United in the FA Cup final. Sorry, semi-final. And then beating Stoke in the final. Like, Yaya putting Vidic on his arse to score that goal. And then winning us, scoring the goal against Stoke. Obviously, it was then just the 6-1 and 93-20, but... I enjoyed Bravo as soon as he wasn't number one. That's a bit like when you go, I don't mind kids when I can give them back, It's that kind of thing. Like, yeah, Bravo was fine when you'd have to watch him every single week, But when you got to play with him every now and then, see him once a month, yeah, he was all right. It's like when you... But then you'd have to do all the nappy changing and all that kind of stuff. That's what Bravo was like, Yeah, he's fine. It's nice when you'd have to see him every single day. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Do not do this to me. Don't do this to me. I'm just in the chat. Oh, come on! I am having a terrible day. God, we are abysmal. Oh my God, City. What the fuck was that, man? What the fuck was that? You can't honestly, it's just so predictable. Just one cross the back post. I despise football. And it's a good header, a good cross, a good goal. What was I don't think that was really. I don't think that's anyone's real fault defensively. It's just a good cross, and the guy's bigger than him. But we have to find a way to score now, which I'm not convinced we will. I was just about to be reasonably positive about half time. I was just about to be reasonably positive. And, yeah, that happens. Half time. It was going to be an alright performance. It was going to be, that wasn't too bad. It was going to be like, do you know what? It's not horrific. It's okay. We've had some nice moments of football. We've not taken any chances, but we played some nice football. It was going to be that. And all of a sudden, that's just not enough now. Because the same old Manchester City have struck again. The same old Manchester City that waste chances and then concede the first real chance the opposition get. That is what we're witnessing right now. And it's very hard to keep your head and analyse that when it hurts that much. This City side, man. This City side. Pep is not happy. What's Pep unhappy about? What's going on with City right now, man? What is going on? How would I even talk about that reasonably? Because Pep's fuming. Pep's absolutely fuming. I don't really blame Diaz for that. I think I've got a general feeling in life of like it's really hard to win every header, like in general. It's one of those things where this is more on the attack than me. Like I think right. Honestly, I'm going to tell you what I was going to say 2 minutes ago. I was going to say I thought that actually been a pretty decent half. We'd done pretty well, you know. We created some decent moments. We played some nice football. I was going to say that, but then obviously the backdrop of that is if you don't take your chances, you give the opposition a chance. All of a sudden it becomes not good enough. That is the thing. That is the thing. I feel like the second half we are absolutely going to need an early goal. Gundogan wouldn't let this happen. That's interesting you say that, Sergio, because I remember how many times last season and the last few years have we seen a Manchester City side concede a chance out of nothing after dominating a game. It's a very Manchester City thing to do this. It's a very Manchester City thing to do. It's just, it hurts more given the context of the past month, which is true. We've been leaking goals so much at the moment. And I just want, and it's a very simple, someone says, just shoot for fuck's sake. I agree with that, weirdly. In terms of their goal, it's one of those things where, like, I actually think it's a good cross, and the guy's just got up, and I don't think you can be in every position. If the cross goes to the other guy, you can't be taller, or you can't literally be where he is. There's that. Say, I'm not angry about the goal. I'm angry at the fact that this happened. Does that make sense? Like, as opposed to the defending. Like, just be more assertive. Be more aggressive. I'm looking at the chance of Foden through on goal, and it's like, look, I do think if we're going to win today, we have to score more than one anyway. I always felt that. We have to score more than one. We have to score more than one. Walker's not having a good game. Walker's, how does everyone genuinely feel? Like, if you take the last 2 minutes of that half out of it, this is an honest question to everyone in the chat now. If you take the last 2 minutes out of it, how would you have felt before that? But I know that is the context of it changes. But I felt we were okay until that. Garbage. I don't think we were garbage before that, actually. I don't think that's probably true. No cutting edge, I agree with. We played pretty well. We played reasonably well. The football was better. And I think we were playing a little bit better. We were toothless. I agree with that. It wasn't a bad half. It wasn't convincing. It was okay. It was all right. And I don't think we were playing terrible. We were moving the ball quite nicely. We needed to be better. But I thought it was a 6 out of 10. Pretty decent, you know. I thought it was that. But then, of course, yeah, I don't think it's fair to dig out Foden as well for that chance, Amar, because I feel like that was really wide because the pass went wide. Some super chats. Let me get to them. Amar Riff with the super chat says, does Walker have a clause to start every game? I don't know what Pep said to him in that meal, but maybe more than we realise, man. Maybe more than we realise, because there's something going on there. Walker's form is bad right now. It truly is. Another super chat from Trey, my man, says, not overreacted, but right now rather win back-to-back Champions Leagues and the form in the league. How we can somehow turn it around somehow. Well, it is only half-time, Trey. Do I think we'll score in this game? Yes. Do I think we'll... The only thing I would say, is that one where Alvarez tries to flick it with his right foot. Smack it with your left foot. What are you doing, mate? Just smack it with your weaker foot. How can a footballer not score with his weaker foot? I don't understand it. Just take it with your left foot. But I'm not going to give up on this on the league at all until this game. You know, let's see how this game goes, mate. But I think we'll turn it around. I do think we'll turn it around. But so far, this hasn't been good. Amar as well says is there a worse finisher than Foden in the Premier League? Well, there is. Jack Grealish is probably much worse for one, mate. I think the big chance Phil got, the ball was played really wide, and if he was central, I would have trusted him a bit better. So I'm not blaming him for that. It wasn't a high quality chance. But I understand your frustration, man. I understand it. I'm looking at the football, what we played, and Jack, for one, needs to be a little bit more assertive. Worst 5-game stretch. Well, the game's not over yet. It is depressing. I can't deny it, cooking. It is depressing. But I think Foden's had a really good game. I think Bernardo's been alright, to be fair. Bernardo's been buzzing around. I've got a feeling that we're going to need a little bit more on the right-hand side in general because Kyle Walker offers nothing going forward. I feel like Vardal's done really well. Look at the positives. Vardal's got forward nicely. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I know it's fans of another team just trying to troll me, but if you can like the video, it'd be massively appreciated. I would have loved Cole Palmer right now, Sergio. Send Foden. What are you on about, mate? Foden's been our best player. Just give it a rest with the Foden stuff. Foden's been good today. Foden's been our best player. Surely, Vardal and Foden, I think, have been our best players. I don't know if anyone disagrees with me there, but I think that they have. I would love to have seen Cole Palmer here because he'd be starting this game for me, absolutely. Daniel, I don't know, not sure if I said abysmal because I'm not really that forthright, but I do think Walker's form has been really dropping off. Walker's form has massively dropped. Walker is the one I'm slightly concerned about at the moment, mainly because my worry about Kyle Walker is he's not the smartest guy in the world. We know about all the mistakes he's made off the pitch, and I wonder how much Pep begging him to stay and him achieving so much and him becoming captain has sort of lost his edge a little bit. Like, you know, the whole, like, I've made it thing. I do wonder with Kyle Walker. It could just be that he's human, he's playing badly, but I do have a fear with Kyle Walker that he's not suitable for the role that he's got right now. Like, I don't feel confident that Kyle Walker can deal with the weight of expectation on his shoulders. I'd to be honest, like, it's weird because I know everyone's expecting me here to be furious, but I don't think that half was actually that terrible until that moment. And obviously that moment changes the context of it. But I do envy the clinical nature. And one of the things I said after Aston Villa or whatever it was is like, what does bug me is that teams aren't scared of scoring against us. Everyone can score against us. And that's what frustrates me because I feel like teams just aren't scared of us anymore because I know they're going to get a chance. And that is a failure of Manchester City going forward. Like, teams get a chance because they know we don't take chances. And that is a failing. That is a failing. We have to do better than that. We have to do better than that. We really do. And we have to be better than like teams knowing that's going to happen. We've created a couple of decent moments. Alvarez probably should have scored. Let's have a look at the lineups to see the average positions. Here we go. This is how we're playing. I mean, look at that. There is nothing on the right down there at all. I mean, it's so left-sided. Jack in Vardal sort of going wide quite a bit. An absolute chronic need. I mean, chronic need for a right winger. God, I wish we kept Cole Palmer. I need to tweet that, by the way. I need to tweet that. Chronic need for a right back that can attack or a right winger. There is nothing over there, is there? This is our average positions. Like, I wish we kept Cole Palmer so much. That's really bad, man, on Mahrez. Like, Frimpong would be my ideal thing. I mean, but that positional thing there is just, it's absolutely astounding. That is so lopsided. So lopsided. That is almost painful, isn't it? Jan Kutu maybe as well. He's there, you know. I do miss Mahrez. To be honest, we wouldn't be missing Mahrez, in my opinion, if we kept Cole Palmer. I really believe strongly in that. And everyone told me I was wrong. And not everyone, a lot of people did. I told Cole Palmer is the real deal. He would have been great in this side. Like, that is just shapeless. That is shapeless. And it needs to be better than that. It really needs to be better than that. Like, we need... that's poor, that, in my opinion. There's an over-reliance on one side, which makes you predictable, you know. Like, the thing is, if you've got nothing going down the right, it becomes easier to defend against. Frimpong was my ideal signing. I've been watching Frimpong since 2016, genuinely, literally 2016, when I first saw him for the academy. So I've always loved Jeremy Frimpong. He's great, top bloke. Leroy back, God, imagine recall Kuto. Not gonna happen. He's playing for Girona, isn't he? I don't think the players have been cowardly over Oliver. To be honest, I think we've won most of our challenges. It's weird, like, it's not been a terrible half. Guys, I know it's not been optimal, but a lot of people watching, so it'd be nice if you could give the video a like, or you could subscribe to the channel as well. It would help massively. I'm trying to, like, look, do you know what, honestly, do you know how I feel? I'll be 1,000,000,000% honest. My head is torn from watching 44 minutes of actually pretty decent football. Not incredible football. I'm not going to sit here and pretend you that it was wonderful. I'm not going to lie to you. The football I saw but it was still a step up from Villa by some way. And I know it's only Luton, but I saw fluidity. I saw a bit of movement. Players, players switching positions quite a bit and moving around, which I like that. And I thought, do you know what? We've not been great, but it was actually... all right. No, I just disagree, bro. I thought it was actually... I actually think the football was pretty decent. I just disagree entirely, mate. We could have different verdicts, but I actually thought it was okay. I'm not saying amazing, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. A little like Man City, we actually kept the ball. But then, of course, their goal was predictable, which is frustrating, which means the trappings of our recent failures are still there, and it makes us weak. And that's what frustrates me. So I'm like, well, if we're predictable and we're passing it around nicely and we're not going to take the chances, then is it any better? Is it any different? It's Luton, yeah, I know, but, like, do you want me to... I don't understand, like... I know it's Luton, but you can only still pass... There was still some nice little kind of one-touch standards and all that kind of stuff, like... I don't know, maybe you'll disagree, but... It was a Manchester City performance as opposed to whatever it was the other day. Like, it was, even though it was Villa and Luton, different teams, I still think it was much better. You can disagree, but whatever. Bob for Walker. What, you want to play no right back? That's interesting, mate. I think Alvarez, by the way, has had a poor game. Like, I think Alvarez, if he turns up, his second touch has been a tackle today. It's been 4. Alvarez is not playing well at all, which has definitely not helped. Like, I think Alvarez is just a bit burnt out. I really do. I feel like his form's dropped a little bit, but I've seen far too much quality from Alvarez to be worried. I think right now he's just lost a little bit of confidence, which happens. He's dipped in form. He's been playing a new role, which I feel like has not really benefited him massively, and I think he's slowed down his development. So I am... I know a lot of people are freaking out here, but I am willing to see how this goes at full time. That's how I am. I need City to be aggressive. Okay, Brillo's... I forgot, Brillo, you're quite a reactionary person, aren't you? Bin Alvarez off to Barca, never liked him. Okay, mate. You're ignoring a lot of quality there, which is harsh. We signed a young lad direct from Argentina for, like, what, 14 million, and you want to bid him off. He's a backup striker, and he's trying to learn a new role in the hardest league in the world. Let's not be hard on him. The guy's played so much football, it's ridiculous. Alvarez deserves our respect, and he'll get time. I don't think the pitch is regulation size. It has to be. It just feels smaller because of the standing around it. Like, Doku's injured, yeah. One thing I want to see from City in this half is I want to see just a little bit more. Get your shots away. I know it sounds really basic, but just shoot. Be aggressive and shoot. Swing your left foot at Alvarez if you're through on goal. You know, Foden. I think Foden's been really encouraging. People mentioning Calvin Phillips. What is this? 2021. Calvin Phillips is nowhere near this Manchester City side. Never will be. Pep's drinking water. Oh no. Ah. Pep swigging water. Just in it. Great stuff. Oh, come on, man. All right, anyway, second half's about to be underway. See, it's interesting. So the commentator said then City will be hoping for a performance a bit like the first half, but not quite the last 5 seconds. He said everything went right apart from the last 5 seconds, which I actually reasonably agree with from the commentator. It's funny if you take the emotion away from it. Kyle Walker, man, needs to fix up though. Right, anyway, come on, City. Second half. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit more. I think Walker's lost a lot of his attacking instincts over the years because he played, obviously, not that much of that style. So I think Walker, he's not an attacking fullback at all anymore. He was never great going forward anyway, but his pace was good in the overlap. And we don't need much of that anymore, you know. But he's definitely lost that instinct. If you don't do it for such a long time, it takes a while to come back. For years, he's been a defensive fullback, hasn't he, in Man City? Stones, I would guess, his fitness. To be honest, Brillo. I think it's fitness. I think they don't want to rush him 2 games in 3 or 4 days because I get it. You know, because they want to manage fitness, don't they? It's entirely that. I presume they just don't want to play him, you know, in terms of getting him injured. He'll be match sharp. Listen, he didn't play well the other day to first Stones, did he? Oh, Alvarez nearly played in Grealish. I think there's one of my things in football in general is I always think there's a presumption that you can stop every goal. You can't stop every goal. I actually think that was a really good cross, and the guy's position was where he needed to be. I don't think many centre backs win that header over him, Adebayo. How do you pronounce it? Something like that, isn't it? I honestly don't feel like many many defenders in the world win that header. It's just a really good cross and a really good header because he's just bigger, you know, and he's in the right place. You can't be stood exactly where he stood because then you're inside him, which is a weird thing to say. But you know what I mean. You can only be near him, and if he gets to jump on you, you know, there's not much you can do there. So I'm not too upset about them scoring. It's more what comes around it. Like, maybe Edison could have. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe Edison could have claimed it. I don't know. I need to watch it back again. Barkley, Townsend there. To near Edison. It's a big guy in that centre back. Their centre back, their striker. I don't know, DDD. I have no idea why. I couldn't tell you why we conceded late in halves. It's just weird, isn't it? Luton Town, man. Luton Town. Like, one thing I will say, if we don't turn this around, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Pep will never get sacked. Unless we have a truly, unless he got us relegated. Pep rightfully has too much credit in the bank. I mean, a lot of these issues are failings of transfers, I guess. Pep's not going anywhere. He's just won as a treble, man. Like, even if he finishes third or fourth this season, it's like, well, you won as a treble. Too many players left. It is what it is. So it's a familiar pattern already. You know, we're familiar pattern. We're passing the ball around reasonably nicely. Vardal was coming in the back post, and Kyle Walker nearly picked him out. Yeah, to be fair, it's not. This is a very, 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 very hard away game. It is. It is in any context. Arsenal will answer that question for you. To be honest, Wickham, man, I don't think it's complacency. To me, I think the issue is, I think it's the quality of the players that we've been without and lost. I feel like losing, we've lost De Bruyne. As it is, it's like we've not got De Bruyne anymore, and we don't have Stones for a while, but we've not had Gundogan, no De Bruyne. We've missed Rodri and Stones for games. Mara's gone. I just don't think we've replaced a lot of it, and we don't have the quality to replace it. Oh, what a ball! Oh, nearly. Ah, Walker found Rodri there. Yeah, if De Bruyne is not himself, we are truly screwed. Picked him out nicely, to be fair, actually, Walker. A lot of the old fans can't stand Luton because there was a game like Luton. There was a late Luton and Man City game, which is before my time. But the older fans can't stand Luton, which they mean nothing to me because I wasn't there because I wasn't even born, I think. But I think there's a Luton Man City thing, isn't there? What's the reason, Wicker Man? Like I can't. I remember reading about it years ago. But genuinely, it's so inconsequential to me that it's never stuck in my head. But I just know it does. They don't like it. What happened? Can't remember. Was it a dodgy decision or something? I don't know what happened. I genuinely, it just for my time. I think it was like 83 or something, wasn't it? I remember thinking it was before I was even born. The Bruyne thing is a worry. If he doesn't come back himself, then I don't think City plan to not have a creative midfielder, world class creative midfielder. No, I don't think they're ready for life without De Bruyne yet. That's the things. But if he's not himself, then we're gonna have to face that this summer. Oh, because they took the piss at manager at Main Road. Okay. Manager ran the pitch. Fair enough. Like 40 years ago, wasn't it, or something? They're hard to break down. My honest opinion about right now is when I look at it, and he might change around. The body might come back. He might be fine. He might find confidence and form again. But my honest opinion is that I feel like we've just lost too much quality, and some of the signings may turn out to be good, but then they need time. We're not quite ready. Stood on his foot. It's not a red card. That stood on his foot. Could be a yellow card. But that's my opinion. I feel like you can't break a Jenga block down. It's funny you should say that, Usman, because literally, look at this. One button. Floor of my office right down there. Jenga blocks all the way down there from my son playing Jenga. Ruben could, so why can't Man City? You know what I mean? Oh, I know Wicker Man. I saw the 90s. You know, I'm 38, so I grew up watching Brian Horton era is the one I remember most. You know, that was my first conscious memories of watching Manchester City. You know, were the Brian Horton era really, because that's when it started going regularly. Ah. Free kick stopped. Come on, Blues. Odin, Scott, Sergio, everyone getting in it. Getting in on it. Come on, you Blues, man. Come on, indeed. Just score. It's not complicated. The 90s were painful. But to be honest, it's all I knew, you know. They were painful. But once again, I still have positive memories, though, because I was a kid. Oh. But to me, I remember what City signing Beagrie and Rosler and Walsh and really enjoying it. You know, but then I was an idiot, so. Though Brian Horton played some good football, didn't he? That Brian Horton side was actually pretty good. I am in no groups about Man City. I'm in no football groups on WhatsApp. Mainly because I don't have the social circles that way, but I'm sort of glad because I can never be bothered. I'm only in one football group in general on WhatsApp, and it's the Man City sort of like match day live one, which is all very Man City, as you can imagine. Said I don't regret that, Sergio. Have Girona been granted a license to go to Champions League if they get there? It's weird. This as soon as you allow multi-club ownership, I think you have to allow a license to teams to be in the competition. Like if you accept that they're going to own multi-clubs, you can't potentially deny one club being in the European competition. You either say yes, it's fine, or not. Like it comes with the territory. So as soon as you allow multi-club ownership, you have to allow those teams to play in the European competition too, in my opinion, because it's just you can't. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Ah. Diaz, man. Was it Diaz off the crossbar? Rodri wide. Okay. I need to see a replay. Was there a handball? Nah, I mean, he was just sliding in. I don't think that's a handball. That's a great save. That's a phenomenal save, to be fair. I don't think Ruben Diaz has done much wrong. He's absolutely walloped it, and his like fingertips have saved it. I also don't think it's a penalty. That like he slid in, and I don't think you don't. I'm not a fan of a lot of handballs. Like when you get so many players get punished for just having arms, I don't think it's so unfair. He's just defending. He was defending well. It's not his fault. Handball against Grealish. Fulham 4-0. I don't know. It's fair, Pavel. I don't think. I think there's always an attention to if we're not winning, say they're not trying. I don't believe that these players can be where they are in the career and not try. Confidence maybe, system not quite right, the balance not right with players. Like, I don't know. Like I just don't think they can be not trying. I think they're just too good and too professional. It's just not who they are. You know. It doesn't come part of their game to not try. Go on, Rodri. Yeah! Come on. There you go. Is it given? It is given, isn't it? Bernardo Silva, there we go. There we go. Bernardo Silva. When Rodri was trying then, bursting forward, Yaya-esque. Look at that finish. Look at that finish, bottom corner. Come on! Who did that? Beautiful from Rodri. Beautiful from Rodri. I mean, he gave the ball away, but Bernardo. Beautiful from Bernardo. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Bernardo Silva, you beautiful man. Oh, that's a relief. That's a relief, isn't it? It's not over, though. It's not over, man. Get a second. Go at him aggressively now. That's what I needed, though. I needed to see that. Yeah, Bernardo with a golden finish. Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. Come on. Yeah, it's an incredible finish. It's an incredible finish. He's capable of that, Bernardo. It's weird because all of you are. I feel like I had a theory. Do you remember when years ago we played a false nine? I feel like when there was no Aguero, like I think we have a tendency for some players to finish better when other players are on the pitch. Like a lot of these guys are what I would call like support finishers. That's a term I've just made up. Not many of them are the guy like who's going to score a lot of goals. They're like the guys who get a goal every now and then, like Bernardo or whatever. You know, they'll pop up with a goal, but they are the guy who scores the fourth or fifth goal, not the guy who's going to score the first goal. Like Haaland is, De Bruyne is, you know, Gundogan was. And I think they feel the pressure when those guys aren't there. Does that make sense? And I don't think they're good at it. Kovacic, looking through the team now. Bernardo, Kovacic, Grealish. You know, these kind of people aren't the first goal kind of guy very often. So it takes something a bit special sometimes. So I think it becomes like pressured and I think they faff at chances. Right, come on, man, come on. Any changes? I don't think he'll do any, you know. We haven't really got much on the bench right now to change, but Pep will be happy because it's going all right at this second. So, like, let's not get carried away and just see how it goes. Because we're pushing forward right now. Yes! Come on! I just punched out. I just punched the mic and it really hurt. Jack Grealish, Come on! Come on! Ah, that hurt. That hurt. VAR. What's going on? Is there a VAR check? Come on! City, City, the best in all the land and all the world. We fight till the end. We fight till the end. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, that really hurt. Jack, I was just talking about Jack not finishing. Super Jackie Grealish. Super. Super Jack, Super Jackie Grealish. Come on, man. Come on, man. Go on, Jack. This is why I don't panic. This is why I don't panic. This is actually a fair reflection of the game as well. Go on, Jack, man. This is why I was reasonably calm at half time, because we weren't playing that badly. What's Pep doing there? Oh, he was saying that it hit his face. Did it hit his hand? I guess maybe it didn't. I guess you've checked it. Anyway, it's given. It's all good. We've been much better today. I know it's only Luton, but I still think we have been better. Happy about this. So as it currently stands, don't you dare, DDD. As it stands currently, this is the table. So we're 4 points off, right? As it currently stands. And that's without first win in about a month, you know, and without De Bruyne, barely kicked a ball this season. Let's just keep close. Come on, man. Come on, man. Right. Just keep it, get a third. We need a third. Oh, Barkley's done lovely. Barkley's good player. Got hiccups. That was pure Ross Barkley, that wasn't it? Potentially Harry, yeah. I do actually think there could be some January business. Oh, Stone's coming on is good news, man. Stone's for who? Vardal. Ah, yes, it'll be this, won't it? It'll be this. I suspect this. I suspect we'll see more of a shape like this now, maybe. More of a natural shape like that. Stone's going to midfield. Something like that, potentially. Stone's back alongside. He's playing central right now. Interesting that Stones is currently left-sided. Not sure that'll stay there, but... Oh, Phil looks down, looks injured. That doesn't look good. That looks like a contact injury for me. Might be wrong. That's a really bad challenge, that man. It might be a yellow. That's bad, that, you know. That's a bad challenge. I would say it's on the edge. It's an orange. I agree with Kevil. I think it's an orange. Like, it's weird that I can see why that's not a red. I can see why it could be a red. Yeah, I mean, that could be a red. No red. I can see why he's not giving it. I think it's as close to borderline as it gets, that, I reckon. I think he's sort of like... I don't know. It's one of those things where... I don't think it's a red either. I think my instinct feel like it was a bit more... I don't think he was fully jumping in, if that makes sense. I think it was more the momentum. Yeah, I'm not too upset about that. I don't think he nearly snapped him in half. Like, I think he caught him, but it's definitely yellow, but they don't add yellows on VAR checks, do they? I'm surprised he hasn't given a yellow. Oh, yeah. For other teams, it'd be a red. I feel like some challenges are the pace of the game. You know, the pace of the game where it can happen. Like, he sort of caught him down as opposed to caught him on. The foot wasn't fully up. He stamped down as opposed to have his foot straight out like that. You know what I mean by that? And like, something about it, I just didn't feel like... Something about it didn't feel like a full-on obvious red to me. The instinct says, like, it's not quite there. Yeah, I think it's probably because someone said to me on Twitter, maybe he needed to make more contact for it to be red. I think that's probably the gist of it. Like, if he'd made more contact, it would have been, but I think he's got lucky there. I think that's what saved him, a lack of contact. Go on, Bernardo. What's the Rodri thing? I haven't seen it yet. I feel like I've not seen the Rodri thing yet. Yeah, of course we can, man. I'll be trying to, yeah. What time the game's at? Are they saying the time or whatever? But I will absolutely be following it. Did I look away and miss the Rodri thing or something? I just must have missed it. Somehow. I genuinely must have missed that. Yeah, husband, it's how it is, mate. Everyone comes in, they expect to see a rant or frustration or whatever. It's always fans of other teams that come in and then they're like, oh. Literally 200-300 people disappeared as soon as City scored. It's funny, that, isn't it? It's funny. Yeah, it's always the way. I'm so used to it. Like, they just like... I don't get. I mean, I wish it stayed, but you know. But I don't understand that person. Like, it's just, I know I'm going to talk to people who do it as well here. Like, I can never be bothered to watch people rant. It's just a personal thing. Like, it's not me. Like, I find it a bit annoying to watch, so I don't really watch it. Like, I would rather just... I think I'd rather watch someone talk passionately about something they like as opposed to rant about something they don't like. Does that make any sense? I think I'm quite a positive person that way, so I just don't find a lot of joy in moaning. So, like, it's just how I am, man. It's like, Liverpool fan here, come in at 0-1-0. Yeah, exactly. Luke, are you a Liverpool fan, mate? If so, I like your surname, Grief. You're here for the one reason only. But I'm just not. I think it's one of those things where I'm a firm believer in talk about what you like. I respect that, Luke, if you're being honest, man. But I know a lot of people do. I like Sheldon Freud is a thing. I like seeing the comments. I must admit, I like seeing the tweets, but I haven't got time to watch someone have a breakdown. If that makes sense by that. I like this. I like the sad tweets. And that's very nice of you, Luke. A lot of people would disagree with Liverpool fans. It's funny because, do you know what? Like, I've got a feeling I do it as well. I do it. Of course I do. Like, I think very good people become unreasonable people with football. I think, like, football makes adults act like kids. And I do it sometimes. It turns us into 7-year-olds in a playground. And I know so many Liverpool fans, United fans hate me simply because I will stick the knife in Liverpool or United because I can't stand Liverpool or United. Whereas I reckon if I was sat chatting to work, they'd be like, would be mates. But then they'd be like, that's the guys with absolute bell end or whatever. Because they see my football takes. And then, like, it happens. Of course it happens. But then when you all work together and like normal people, you're all mates. But football makes us hate each other. It's funny. It's funny. Oh, it's what he wants on Michael. You can't troll Goldbridge, mate. He wants it. He does that. It's all performative. He's not actually upset, Goldbridge. He gets a lot of money for it. I wish I could fake it as well, but I can't, unfortunately. I generally can't. It's not who I am. I could. Pretend to. Oh. We all do it, exactly, Luke. Your surname, man. You must love doing it. You must hate that. I'm sorry. You must hate getting called that. Go on, Phil. See, if I hadn't like already done YouTube stuff and you didn't know who I was, I probably would consider like just starting up a channel with lack of sincerity. Oh, Alvarez from distance. You're lying, Dedrick, aren't you? Is that called? It's called nominative determinism, is it, Luke? I mean, when you called that, man, like Luke, and then you have to. You always have to. Goldbridge knows what he's doing. He's a millionaire, you know, because he's very good at it as well. Yeah, if I'd never been on YouTube before, I'd probably think about... The only thing is, I know it sounds silly, but like, I know football YouTubers who do the whole negative thing online, and I know they're genuinely nervous about the reaction their kids get. You know, like, They are. They actually are. They're nervous about the reaction that their kids get because they'll associate them with the dad or whatever. I would hate that for Ruben, for my son. I would hate it. I don't want everyone to be like, your dad's an absolute, like, and obviously I won't even be doing this by the time he gets to school. So, but if I had an older kid, I'd like to go, oh, your dad's like City fan, isn't he? Yeah, and like, some will don't like me, but largely go, yeah, he's all right. And I'd be happy about that because football's such a negative space. And maybe I care too much, but that's how I feel about it. It's why I can't do it. It's just because it's not who I am, But I wish I could because I'd be, because look, if I wanted to game YouTube, do you know what I'd do, man? Like I would literally be like, Pep's a disgrace, 100,000 views. City fans would hate me, by the way, but you'd be laughing all the way to the bank. I would be like, Ten Hag's a fraud, 70,000 views. Like, Arteta's embarrassing. That kind of stuff. I can imagine all the thumbnails. I could sit here and I could just spiel on about Arteta, thinking he's all that. He's just nothing. He's a bitter, cynical man who's in Guardiola's shadow. You could say all these things, go and dig in at him. And honestly, I can imagine the hate views I would get. It's true as well. It would happen. And there would just be twisting the knife, but I just don't have the energy for it. Shots fired. Well, maybe. No, not really. It's not. It's who you are. If you are that, if you can do that. But I'm not a wind-up merchant. I never have been. I just like chocolate. I don't have the energy for it. I'd rather be playing Spider-Man 2 on my PS5 or something. Or listening to music or going out with my wife or playing with my son. Like touch grass, basically. Thank you, Daedric. I hate anyone who does that. I really don't. I promise you. But I know some people are insincere. I don't like insincerity. Some people are very sincere who do it. No, I can't do populism. I can't do it. I wish I could because I'd be rich, but I'm not. Go on, Kovacic. Oh, but there's a lot of money to having your integrity, isn't there? My favourite place to sit in the Etihad has always been block 114 or 115, which is right behind the goal near the away fans. Nunez is coming on. I've always liked 109 as well, like around there. I like first tier personally, and I like near the away fans. The atmosphere is just better. I've always liked it around there. Kovacic had a good game. I thought he had a good game. Yeah, atmosphere is great. You want to be near the away fans, mate. Saud J. Nazare, it's just who you are, man. You can do it or you can't do it. Definitely not family stand husband. No chance. It's how you are. You can't fake it. It obviously as well. The thing is, I've got several years of videos. If I started doing that, man, it'd be so transparent. Like people would see right through it. Go on, Nunez. 10 minutes left. The family stand is laughable, but guess what? I'll be sitting with my son. Probably the family stand for a while because it's just safer. So that's the thing, guys. It's not great, but But when you've got a family, I guess you don't want intensity. You want. Though I would like Ruben to be near where the fun is. You know what I mean? I want him to be near where the fans sing. Probably not quite 115. Probably 107 nearby, But if you don't want your kids to hear all manner of phrases, I understand the appeal of the family stand. Yeah, I'll get him in the press box instead. I don't actually love being sat in the press box. I've done it a few times. It's good fun, but I like to celebrate, And you feel a bit dirty celebrating in the press box because you're meant to be professional. I've done it a couple of times to BBC. Oh, Potts getting started, that'd be interesting. I felt Poch was always going to struggle this season. Genuinely, I think Chelsea are a mess, and I don't think Poch has got the strength of character to turn it around. I don't think he has. I don't think Poch is that guy. If we don't get another, I think we will concede late on. That's what I'm worried about here. We need another goal. Absolutely need another goal. I do not have the confidence in this side to not... I don't think we've been that good, actually, to be fair. The last, 20 minutes? My man Scott Denemy singing Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Come on, City. He said, let's finish this out, boys. That's where I want to. That's where I was when I went to the derby. Which block? 114, 109. Either way, Scott, you're a legend, man. Absolute legend. We need another goal. We need a bit more urgency. I agree with Taylor, actually. We're at risk of hospitality. Nice. You got to do it for the derby, though, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all, man. You're a legend as always, Scott. Love you, man. Go on, Phil. Oh. Yeah, I was there as well. Best game I've been to. In terms of quality, I always say Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool 2-1. In terms of the quality, like that was just... It was the one where Aguero scored at the near post. I've never seen a game of that high quality before. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's the highest quality game I've ever seen. I thought both teams were 10 out of 10. And City just pipped it. Like, City were 10 out of 10, Liverpool were 9.9. It was ridiculous. I love that game. I've never been more tense in a game of football. The Villa game was great as well, by the way. I know we were poor, but like, I still think the 93-20 moment fed into it. Fed into the Aston Villa 3-2. I feel like because it happened before, it happened again felt so special. Like, oh, we're gonna do this again. Have we messed it up again? Or are we actually gonna turn it around? Like, I think, and when, oh yeah, I thought it was chaos. Like, I loved it. I loved it. Go on, Alvarez. Tottenham in the Champions League was painful, yeah. That was the biggest. Tottenham in the Champions League and United when we lost 3-2 after 2-0 up. They are the two worst experiences I felt in person in a football game. Easily. They were horrible. We should have won the league at home at United. 2-0 up at half-time. I was getting smashed in the concourse at half-time. Horrible. And then the Sterling disallowed goal. Easy. That was the same week, was it? Oh, they were horrible. Just truly horrible. I feel like United one might have been worse because winning the league against United at home would have been incredible. It would have been incredible. Yeah, I wasn't at Lyon, so I didn't. But I went about in general. Lyon was horrible. Foden did. He did. Got revenge. Absolutely, Sammy, mate. If you ask Young. I don't know how he got that. Was never a pen. It was ridiculous. They might not have been given to them, Sammy. Who knows with these refs? They might have found a way to disallow something else anyway. Grealish, I love him, is like the weakest 6-foot guy in the world. He goes down so easy. Goes down so easily. I have no comments on. I think you're trolling now, aren't you, mate? Bournemouth battery United yesterday, by the way, was great fun. It's terrible trolling Source, by the way. Oh God, free kick later on. 6 added minutes. Oh, I don't need this. Come on, man. 6 minutes of Luton whipping crosses in. I'm not happy about this. Yeah, there's been a couple of stoppages, to be fair. I do remember a couple of stoppages. There's been substitutions as well, to be fair, but this is nerve-wracking. Good header from Ake. Ake's been really good today, by the way. Oh, hold on to a lead, man. Whipped from corner. Oh, he's missed it, Edison. What's going on here? That's hit his belly, surely. That's never in a million years could that be a pen on Grealish. I don't like this, man. I don't like it. Edison, do you support it? I notice I do this when I'm nervous. I hold the back of my head. Clear it. Just clear it. Just get it out. Keep the ball. Take it to the corner. Pass it around. Yeah, just do that. I do that a lot. This rest is obsessed with throw-ins. I can't believe we're sat here panicking over a Luton equaliser. Yeah, Kanjion's a good call here. Kanjion. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? But you take what you right now. Just take a win. Like, defensive subs against Luton, yeah. But right now you take a win, right? You take a win. That's our City throw, yeah. Luton are aggressive, to be fair. They've done pretty well. Probably Ake. Yeah, I think Ake's been excellent. Foden's been quiet in the second half. Hey, thank you very, very much. I'm going to send a photo of what you just said to the wife. Very, very sweet. It's Ruben is the baby. And thank you very much to Emma. He is absolutely ace, undeniably. He's the best little boy in the world. And if you want to see what he's up to right now, his mum just sent me a photo of him napping. There he's napping with Nicola. He's adorable. He's down literally in the room below me right now. I'm probably going to wake him up at some point. Sorry. Silver man of the match. Oh, Edison's claimed it. Needed that. Adebayo's a good forward, to fair, man. He's physical, isn't he? Nervy. I think we're going to be alright. I think we're going to hold out, aren't we? Did Chelsea... How have Chelsea gone today? Chelsea losing 2-0 against Everton. Bloody hell. That is so bad, man. Everton. Fulham 5-0. Chelsea 12. Oh. I ain't good at all, is it? We're fourth as it currently stands. I'll take that given our results. I'm not going to pretend we've been brilliant today, by the way, but it's been enough. Been enough. Yeah, I'm with Sergio Gionis. I think that there's been a massive lack of interest in how much Chelsea have spent. It's been insane. People have sort of brushed over it. Like, they really have. And I don't understand. It's been it's been insanity. God, look how deep we are. Oh, he's in behind. Good defending, Rodri. Oh, the keeper's coming up. I'm going to look away from the chat. I don't want to see what's going on. Don't do this, man. He's cleared it. Eddie's got it. Oh, we needed that. I can't believe I'm buzzing about a 2-1 win away at Luton, but that was not an easy game of football, man. That was not an easy game of football at all. It really wasn't. We needed this big time. That could have been a lot sloppier. It could have been worse. It really could have been. There was no guarantee that was going to go our way today. So I'm very, very, very happy about that. Seriously, yeah. I'm genuinely happy about that. We needed that today. And we saw a decent response. We beat the almighty Luton. Come on, man. Yeah, I know it wasn't great. But ultimately, it was a just result. We did deserve it. We were the better side. And we got the job done after what could have been a disaster given the other day. I will take it. Pep's smiling. We're happy. You're happy. Hopefully... Loads of work to do, but we won 2-1. We're back. We're still obviously down in fourth, but we're only 4 points away from Liverpool at the top. We barely even got going this season as well. Just being within touching distance. As long as we can lay a hand on them, be close, I trust this team. De Bruyne will come back, hopefully. You'll never know how it goes. But either way, I'm very happy about that. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll get my match reaction going. You're all superstars in a bit. Come on, you Blues. Bye-bye.